Yeah, okay, well, live from the concourse, here we are once again, 2-0 in favor of Benny Gaudreau.
Yeah, standing on his head, absolutely.
Yeah. Good job out there, Benny. And, notably some chants out there at the beginning of the game. And then, a really nice tribute to him up on the Jumbotron and the fans cheering along. But
there's been a few Benny chants.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's been a few Benny chances. But I can tell you right now, one of the things I'll refer to is that pass into the skates again.
It's terrible right now. And the other thing that they've started doing, at least I've seen it in this game and made a note of it, was if they're not passing it into their skates, they're doing that leading pass, which is a good strategy, right? You pass it in front of the guy who's got the head of steam on.
Yeah.
But if you pass it too far ahead, you might as well just give it to one of the Erie guys.
Yeah, you can't catch up
You can't catch up in time, right? And it results in a turnover, and then we're creating opportunities for the other team.
I've seen a lot of turnovers over there.
A lot of turnovers.
But the two goals that Erie's gotten, I would say, they earned them. They came down
100%.
into our area.
I would also say they weren't Chartier's. They weren't his fault.
That's what I mean.
Big screens and impossible, very persistent hockey from the Otters here for sure there.
Yeah. Well, things are going to have to change out there for sure. I mean, second period last game seemed to turn out really well. Second periods haven't always been our favorite period, but as of late, they seem to be when they turn them around.
For sure.
But Erie out there in strong force, quite honestly.
Well, you know what? It's honestly been a very exciting period, Dave. I mean, I think the pace of the game was way up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think when you get that pace going so fast, maybe that's where some of these errors are coming from. With they're trying to make a quick pass to create an opportunity, and because they have to make that decision so much faster in a high-paced game, it's a little easier to make those errors for sure.
There's definitely a few moments where we saw too where they were passing that. I don't want to call it the dump and chase, but sort of a chase where it was patched out. But I believe that was intentional for a couple of plays out in front of Ben Gaudreau where somebody was there to pick it up, but then Erie was right there to get in the way.
Well, and
so there's some opportunities that have been created there in order.
A lot of interference going on too. They're riding our guys pretty hard. I mean, it's a fairly physical game. They're running inside our jerseys, so they're cutting down on the opportunities for us to pass to our own guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that can be a little bit confusing, especially again when the pace of the game is so fit.
Well, we always like to see a fast-paced game, but I'm not sure Sarnia Sting was ready for it.
Well, we had some great pressure going on. There was it had to be at least a full shift where our guys were out there in the forward zone for the whole shift, just hammering on them. The shots on goal was what?
Totally.
10 or 11
Well,
to
we were
7
we had 6 shots on goal, and they got their one goal, and that was their one shot on goal. So
exactly.
It's not like they're out shooting us, but strategically they're just getting around us, and a lot on the inside.
Yeah.
We don't seem to be doing well in the boards.
There's a lot of odd man rushes going on right now too. 3-on-2s and 2-on-1s and that kind of thing.
Do you like the matchups of the lines out there for the Sarnia Sting?
So far, you know what? I mean, again, it's great to have Easton Wainwright back in the lineup.
Right.
He's just such an exciting player to watch, and he's totally on point with this one. Marco's had a better game than I've seen him play in a little while, which is good. He's in there and playing his heart out. So I don't think it's lack of chances. I think, we know Ben Gaudreau is one of the best goalies in the league, and 100%. He's in the net for them. What are you going to do, right? The only thing you can do is get a lot of goals at that net, try to find those opportunities.
Yeah, Carson Chartier, though, let's talk about him. This is third, maybe fourth game we've seen him play.
Yeah, and he's not turning out a bad performance. I mean, he's made a couple of really good stops so far, especially on those odd man rushes. He's faced a few of those and done a pretty decent job. For our second place goalie, for our second backup goalie, doing a fabulous job.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Well, it was a really nice ceremony out there as well, Remembrance Day, lest we forget.
Absolutely.
And a ceremonial puck drop at there as well.
Feeling very patriotic today.
Yeah, for sure. And I got to tell you, give a shout out to Hayden Mellon, the anthem singer, who I met a while ago, and I've seen him perform. He's a local entertainer as well. He's got a powerful voice, that guy.
He does, absolutely.
Did a great job on both of the anthems there as well. You know that American anthem, I'll tell you, that's not an easy one to do.
No, it's not. But I'll tell you, just a little funny story from our section. I'm standing there, and see, my mother was she was American.
Okay.
Right. So I mean, I grew up with that anthem as well as Canadian, and so I will sing them both. Just because. And this beautiful little girl sitting right in front of us, she's looking up at me. I'm singing the American national anthem, and she's got this look on her face like, how do you know that?
Oh, I thought you were going to look at you like, please stop.
No, it wasn't that at all. And,
maybe you should sing the anthem.
No, not in a million years.
Oh, wait, we'll put you on. It's not on yet.
No, it's not on yet.
Here
we go.
Okay, now go ahead.
Now go.
Lee Baisley trying to get his head in there. Look at the size of that thing.
Look at the melon on that. It's like a pumpkin on a toothpick.
Better than that clown thing he had going there at Halloween, right? Lee Baisley. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should sing the anthem one time. You should put your name in that.
Nah.
Maybe I will. We'll see.
There you
go.
They
probably wouldn't let me.
Hey, if you do it, I'll do it.
Oh, boy, that sounds like a
together.
It sounds like, nope.
No? No, you're not a duet kind of guy?
I sing alone.
Sing alone. Sing alone.
That was a previous career. I'm all done with that there. All right, well, what is the Sarnia Sting now? Let's get back to that. Then they come out here in about 9 minutes' time. They've obviously got to spread it out a little bit more, I think, on the passing. What about our defense? I haven't heard you talk about them yet.
No, defense is doing a pretty good job. I mean, I like the idea that in the offensive zone they're playing a little bit deeper now, rather than I think they listen, almost like they listen to me.
Yeah,
they're not standing on or behind the blue line. When we're in the forward zone, so they're managing to keep the puck in a little more, giving us a few more opportunities, which is good. I think we still need to have that. I think what I would be telling the Sting right now is we need to tighten up our control a little bit, especially in our own zone.
Okay.
We got to get out a little cleaner, try to create a few more opportunities, trying to stretch those passes. We got to really pick up our passing game a bit, but just keep the pressure on. I think that's really going to be what's going to change. There's lots of game to play. 2-0, it's still doable. We can come back from that. We have in the past. I think we just got to keep the pressure on.
We saw that on Friday, right? I mean, for part of it anyway.
We got to keep the pressure on, and we got to keep that shots on goal count way up.
Yeah, all right. Well, there you have it. There's right from the Jay Peckham mouth there.
Absolutely.
I agree. Notably, too, we're missing a few out there, like Ryan Brown, of course,
for sure.
away right now at the U17. But
good luck to him. He's been doing really well so far, from what I understand.
Right. I haven't caught any of it yet, so I'll take your word on that.
I heard that.
Also, Dalen Moses, who we thought might have been back, but obviously he's still off again tonight.
And he's a missing piece, that for sure.
Yeah, and Kuchenberg, right? So
Roman Kuchenberg.
He was one that's really been standing out for this team.
He totally has, and again, another missing piece. But Dylan Lukey's back in the lineup, young guy. He's here's another one of those young, talented guys that's coming in. He's got a little size to him, and I think he's putting in a performance.
Yep.
For his first year in the O, I think he's doing a great job.
Well, and again, it's that moment in here when a few are missing, the younger ones have to step up and fill those skates, so to speak. So.
Yep.
All right, about 7 minutes away before they come back out here, we'll see what the Sarnia Sting have to bring to the ice. We'll be back after, of course, with Jay Peckham once again and myself after the second period. Post-game press conference. Stick around for it. You never know who's going to show up there.
Absolutely.
And, let's get ready for it. All right, I'm David Burrows with the Sarnia Sting live from the concourse here today, and my friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!